Spitwad's got a great spit hit episode for you today. We know you're going to laugh. We know you're going to love it. It's one of our favorite episodes. We've even got a favorite animated movies draft. Make sure you enjoy the show.
What happens when three buffoons give life advice, explore unrealistic situations, and give random topics more thought than they probably deserve? It's the Spitballers Podcast with Andy, Mike, and Jason.
Oh, that
Hit him
works.
with classic start, very refreshing ending.
Yeah. I liked it. I'm a fan. Andy, Mike, and Jason, welcome into the Spitballers Podcast.
What is it about something refreshing that makes you exhale like a dragon?
What the?
Yeah, you're like, oh, what was that good?
Could
Yeah,
it be
what is
refreshing
that?
without doing that? Like, could you have just this incredibly refreshing drink and then just go, I don't think I like. That's the definition of what makes something refreshing. Do you go?
It's the contrast between how tired and hot and sweaty you are, and then that sound, which should mean like cool and refreshing, and you fixed the problem with being all hot and sweaty.
So it's in your head, you know it's hot, so you're making an onomatopoeia of steam. Like that's
Ooh.
you're pouring the cold water on the
okay.
hot rock, and it goes.
I feel like
That's what the Rock would say. The Rock.
That's what The
Well,
Rock
the
would
Rock
say?
is very refreshed.
it's the man in the desert with the, they see the water and you finally get that drink. It's salve.
The
maybe.
most important thing here is that we were able to use onomatopoeia correctly in a sentence. Well done, Michael.
That's what I'm here to do.
It was what The Rock would say.
There's
All
that
right.
huge hit song. What does the Rock say?
Yes. You can find us on Twitter at SpitballersPod. SpitballersPod.com is the website. We invite you to head over there, find out how to be an official Spitwad supporter. I'm going to level with the listenership. I mean, we haven't been together for a recording in a little bit of time. And that's, but we hit it real quick with rock jokes. I mean, the rock jokes were ready to go.
We're back,
super
baby.
fast. We had pre-recorded some episodes as we got.
Spitballers don't get rust. We're always
No.
ready for terrible dad jokes.
Well,
This
the
is
range, the range of possible episode success is very from bad to kind of better than bad. I mean, it's really not much of a
It's a
difference.
low bar.
It's a low bar. But we appreciate everybody out there listening, subscribing, supporting, leaving us a review on Apple Podcasts. It's time for some Would You Rather.
Would you rather?
Before I throw a Would You Rather question your way, I will check in with Al. Al Borland, are you with us?
I'm with you.
Okay, and you would say that even though it's been a little bit of time since we recorded a new episode, we're on it. 10 out of 10 so far.
11.
Oh,
Perfect. All right. Would you rather? This question comes in from the website. Presley has a question. Would you rather look super buff with your shirt on, but look obese when it comes off, or look obese with your shirt on, but be super buff when it comes off?
Oh man, Mike's always made the joke that if he was super buff, he would never wear a shirt. So this is
That's true.
This would be just being buff for Mike.
I don't know why you're calling it a joke.
Well, so I guess it's an easy answer for you, but for the rest of us,
Yeah, but Mike
people,
can't go into like public places then. I guess you
No
won't
shirt,
care.
no
He won't care.
I don't know if it applies.
I'll be walking out front waiting for my friends, and they're like, officer, there's a very shredded individual just walking around. They're like, sir, what are you doing? Just waiting for my friends looking
Yeah.
buff. What's wrong with that?
I have a shirt on in public far more than I have a shirt off in public. But I'm realizing so it makes me think like taking the advantage of looking good in a shirt, that would be really, really nice. But eventually you do have to take it off.
Yeah.
And then reality
The reveal.
hits.
The reveal.
This is a tough question.
My situation was Like, where's the most prominent place in public that you don't have a shirt on if you're a fella? It's the beach. It's at the pool. And it's like, okay, do you want to be looking real buff, but then you can't take the shirt off at the pool?
Why does that guy always swim with his shirt on?
But then I remember, dude, you just wear some super skin tight, like you're going scuba diving. You basically got spandex and you got some kind of wetsuit on, showing off all the muscles. It's still a shirt.
That guy wears a wetsuit at the public pool?
Yeah, well, doesn't have to be a wetsuit.
He's going in the deep end.
Like a rash guard. That's where I was looking for. A rash guard when you're surfing, and because then you're like, oh, I care about my health, but I also care about UV rays. I really don't want to get a sunburn, so I wear this shirt. Don't ever ask me to take it off.
What about the the doctor's office? Sometimes they ask you to take it off there, right? I mean,
how does it work? How does the magic trick work if it's just a lift?
Ooh,
I imagine whatever you lift, it comes
out.
It comes pouring out.
It just pours out. Your belly, as soon as you start lifting, just goes down.
Wait a minute.
We're going to get these shirts.
That's what it should be. Whatever's covered is ripped. So if you're wearing a tank, you've got chubby arms. You've got to wear a long sleeve shirt if you want to be fully cut.
That makes this question impossible to take anything but being ripped shirtless, because here's what I think Mike
swims in his sweater.
Mike's OG idea of always being shirtless. Look, if I'm at home, I pretty much already don't have a shirt on. Now we'd have all of these recordings with me shirtless, for sure. All of our live events shirtless.
Well, can you do the paint on shirts? Would that count? Is that a loophole?
Absolutely, that should count. Yeah, that's a great loophole.
Yeah,
you could do I don't know.
You could get into a mall.
Are you wearing a shirt? No,
but you're not. No, you got to have arms through something. Like, I think that's my definition of a shirt is my arms have gone.
Exactly.
In and then out
my
the shirt.
My definition of a shirt is my arms have gone through something. That's what makes it a shirt.
Look, but I've gone up in the shirt and then I've exited the shirt.
No, I get it.
That's the point. So you do not have a shirt on when it's painted. So if you take the always ripped with your shirt off,
okay,
and you paint on a shirt, that you're good to go.
You'll get into a mall. You'll get into a Target with a painted on shirt before
I'm going to paint a tux on and go into a fancy restaurant.
Oh, my goodness.
Like, excuse me, your nipples are showing.
Oh, you see that, huh? But they're pretty ripped, right?
I got ripples.
And then you have to act really shocked.
Oh, my gosh. What happened to my shirt?
Oh, my goodness. Okay, next question.
Did we answer? I'm taking the shirtless muscles.
Oh, yeah. I'm taking the shirtless.
I guess I'm with you guys on that one. Once I realized I had to wear a turtleneck in the other one. Vishal from Patreon. From now on, every movie you watch will be filmed in another language. Would you rather have subtitles or English voices dubbed over the film?
Oh, man.
So every movie you watch, it's got another language, and you have to enjoy it with either subtitles or dubbed voices. Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's very easy for me because I strongly prefer the subtitles. I don't like the overdub. My brain knows. I mean, well, obviously it doesn't match, but just like your brain says something does not compute. It's like when you're in VR and it's moving, but your body knows you're not moving. There's just something that doesn't jive. But when it's the original language, it's fine. I could read it. It's not a problem.
Yeah, the problem with that is you have to be focused. The one thing I've learned is that you can't watch a subtitled film with half focus, because then you don't know what's going on. It's impossible. I can't. I am one to play on my phone whilst
you're not
watching.
Really watching it.
Oh, sure I am. I'm a multitasker. And
he's always said that with a badge of great honor. Like, I can play. What is it, Jewel?
Whatever. Any of those mindless games, I'll play them all day on my phone while watching a show, and I could tell you what happened in both of them, but not if it's subtitled. The problem
we need to put this to like an actual test. Put a movie in front of you have never seen, have you play your Candy Crush the whole time, and we'll see what information you're actually retaining.
I will call who the murderer is halfway through because I'm so into it, in tune with that movie. I think the biggest problem is I feel like when there's dubbed voices, they don't have good actors do those, or you know,
That's
it just
what I was
always
gonna say.
It
yeah.
always feels like the worst actors doing this voiceover work. They're not going out and getting Tom Hanks to do VO.
Tom
work.
Hanks has better things to do.
Exactly. All the good actors are busy doing real jobs.
Acting, yeah.
Yes.
Well, I will say this: like, if you go watch the Studio Ghibli movies, which are, I mean, those end up getting dubbed over all the Japanese animation movies, like Howl's Moving Castle, and they have them act and do the voice differently. I don't know. You watch these compared to what you're imagining that this actor would do. There is a very distinct acting style. When this is just for, I guess,
but that feels okay
animation.
for animated.
Okay.
Like that feels better for animated because like my worry is that half of the acting that you're watching, every movie you watch, you're not going to hear the voice. I'd rather hear some foreign language and get all the expression because I feel like we can perceive the expression in that other language. And then I'll read, like you said, we put subtitles on almost everything now too. I do find it to be a slightly different experience though.
Sure.
Because it takes a little bit more, like you're focusing, you have to read it. So there's time that you're not looking at the acting, right?
But there's the benefit though, because when I do not speak the language, I have no idea if these people are tremendous actors or actresses. Like I'm just like, wow, you're really, really good.
You're really, really foreign.
It's so great.
You're so foreign.
The emotion
they're all great
you're
actors.
There, like I don't
because
know.
it's your emotion. You're watching it and you're putting your emotion on top of it. You know, I know my answer to this, and I know it for one reason. For One Punch. One Punch Man taught me that you can watch a show with subtitles, and it is excellent.
Oh, is
Give
that
me
a
those
fully
subtitles.
subtitled, no English movie?
Yes.
Or
That
show?
it is.
I think they have subtitled of it, but it's the OG's better, man.
One Punch!
All right, Thomas from, by the way, I'm going to go subtitles at the bottom.
All right.
Thomas from Patreon, would you rather have to tip a maximum of 10 cents every time you eat out? That's brutal.
I couldn't handle that.
Never be allowed to take part in the pre-meal complimentary bread and chips at a restaurant.
Wait, so like you go to a nice Mexican restaurant, chips and salsa, that's not, I go to a steakhouse, I go to Texas Roadhouse.
You don't
And
get
they're
buttered
buttered,
rolls.
but they have like a whipped cinnamon honey butter though.
Yeah, they're served, but you can't touch them.
Oh my word.
So there is an awkward moment with the waiter or waitress there where they come back, they're like,
What's wrong
why
with the rolls?
they didn't touch anything?
But in the situation where I eat 2 orders and the waitress has so kindly brought me heaps of chips and bread, I tip 10 cents.
That is right. That is
That
right.
is, ooh,
well, a
man.
maximum. You can tip anywhere from 0 to 10 cents in this scenario.
Now, to be clear, I would tip nothing. It is so
because
much
it's more insulting.
Oh, 100%. If you're
All right,
tipping
you have to
10
tip 10
cents,
And
yes,
like,
that is so much more insulting.
how many times can you go to a restaurant as the 10-cent tipper?
One time.
You don't think you get a grace period of the second time? They maybe don't remember you, or
Maybe
they
if
give
you stagger
some-
your times, like one's a lunch, one's a dinner. I mean,
yeah,
I don't.
You're hoping for
I
different staff.
I never worked in food service, so I don't know the tales that they are telling in the room where it happens of like, this dude gave me a 10-cent tip.
I know exactly what you do. If you're in that situation, you are taking the name down of that waiter or waitress, and you are asking on your next visit, is this waiter or waitress there?
But
And maybe you get away with 2 then.
Yeah. So 2 times you're like, oh, the meal. How was it, sir? The meal was spectacular. I will never see you again.
That's right.
I would have an extensive collection of wigs because, real nice looking, just crazy wigs that change my appearance enough to where I can go back, because that is the problem, right? You find the place you like.
Look at you. It's crazy wig guy again.
He only tips 7 cents.
Yeah, that might alert even more. Just, what is this guy with this long punk rock hair doing in
And a
here?
Yosemite Sam mustache. What's
Now, can I get around this by just setting like my Apple Watch or like my shoes on the table as the gift in lieu of money?
So every single time, yeah, absolutely.
I'm giving
you
an
can.
object away, like my.
But it has to be at least as
He left
nice
his-
as an Apple Watch.
He left his
So-
rhinestone belt on the table.
He left
You
me
have-
5 shares of Tesla. What a nice man.
Oh, that is a very nice man right now.
Yeah, that's a good tip.
Yeah, look, I mean, it always comes back to weight loss for me, but I think
How's that
Just in
going,
general?
Jay?
being allowed to tip will also stop me from eating all those delicious rolls and chips. There's actually a benefit to my body, even though there is, a punishment to my mouth. I'm going to take I will tip, and I will not partake in the pre-meal deliciousness.
I don't
No,
know if
let-
you know this. There's sometimes when you let yourself get hungrier, you tend to eat more of the main meal. That's the old don't shop at the grocery store while you're hungry trick.
Yeah, when you eat the appetizer, it is a little bit more difficult to finish the main meal. But I will say this.
For you.
All right. What do you guys think turns into more caloric intake? The appetizer, where it's unlimited, it's free. We've all done the chips and salsa routine where by the time your meal shows up, you're like, uh-oh,
Yeah.
mistakes were made. Or if I skip the appetizer, now I'm probably always hungry for dessert, and I'm going to end up eating far more desserts. Which side of that coin would you rather be on, of overeating the appetizer or always end up getting
Dang.
an apple tartlet?
If it's a caloric question, if this is which one
is.
is worse for me, then it's the appetizers. Because when I get my slice
Okay.
of pie, I got a slice of pie, and when it's done, I don't order another pie. But when I finish that bowl of chips or those rolls and my meal's taking a little while, guess what I get? More chips. More rolls, please. And I'll just it's the never-ending
Well, it's
part that
rude
is
if you
a
don't
problem.
eat it. We've discussed this.
Yeah, exactly.
Tommy from Twitter wants to know, would you rather have a really, really good pizza or a really, really good hamburger?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this one will be simple, maybe not.
It's simple for Mike, so I'll sit back and wait.
Yeah,
Well,
Mike's
I mean,
going to
it's-
answer a hamburger.
Yeah,
I think
because will
everybody has to answer hamburger.
really
What is a really, really nice pizza?
like a Chicago deep dish meat pizza.
Yeah, I mean,
That's a very good pizza.
yeah. I like them, but I'll be honest, and I know I'm going to lose
Oh no!
half my fans here. I prefer thin crust to the big
I'm gonna lose
deep
half
dish.
my fans.
No, I think, look, I like deep dish. I'm not against deep dish, but it is overrated when it comes to just what it is. People freak out about a Chicago deep dish like it's, the Mona Lisa. And it's really just a real thick, heavy slice of pizza that's usually stuffed with a little bit too much stuff. I prefer a real nice thin crust to a real nice deep dish.
I like I think you're right. I think I would take a New York style.
Now, do you want New York style or do you want hand toss, where it's a medium? It's medium thickness.
Yeah, I
Or
mean,
do you like the
New
thin?
York's kind of like that. I mean, they're not pure thin.
Oh no, a real New York pizza's.
Oh no, they are. They're like roll it up like a
yeah, they're
burrito.
like, you fold the pizza. I'm like,
I guess
yeah,
hand tossed. Yeah, okay, we're all taking a burger. Is that what we learned?
Yeah,
Because a real good burger is unbelievable.
it's the tops.
I mean,
Al, are you with us or are you going pizza?
No, I'm 100% with you. I had the same thoughts. Pizza's pizza to me. I love it, but it's all the same.
Here's what I know. Really, 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 really crappy pizza's delicious. I mean, the cheapest one, you go and you get those 10 pizzas for $10 out of the freezer aisle at the grocery store.
Totino's or whatever they are?
Totino's are so good. I mean, I've never seen an ingredients list as large or as dangerous as Totino's pizza, but they are so good. And if you get, I know out in the West Side, we've got Peter Piper Pizza, right? That's like a place where you go to play some games, and then pizza's an afterthought. It's just a piece of cardboard with some cheese on it. They're so good because what's a bad pizza? That doesn't exist. So, yeah, burgers, you can have bad meat. You can overcook it. You can undercook it. Yeah, no, a perfect burger.
All right, let's get into the Situation Room.
Spitwads, are you worried about all the chemicals you're using to keep your yard looking its best? Traditional lawn care lays down 90 million pounds of pesticides each year, but Sunday is different. They're on a mission to change how people care for their yards. If you want a yard looking as nice as mine, Sunday can help you grow a beautiful lawn without the guesswork or the nasty chemicals. Their custom plans include fertilizer, everything you need to easily care for your lawn, with ingredients like seaweed, iron, and molasses. You can feel good with the kids and the pets playing on the grass. All you have to do is visit getsunday.com, put in your address, and their lawn analysis tool does the rest. Then they use soil and climate data to create a personal nutrient plan delivered to your door when you need it. You just attach the ready-to-use pouch to a garden hose and spray. It takes less than 15 minutes. Best of all, this stuff really works. And Sunday is offering our listeners 20% off full season plans. Start at just $129, and you can get 20% off at checkout when you visit getsunday.com/ballers. That's 20% off your custom plan at getsunday.com/ballers.
The Situation Room.
All right. Al, do you have a preference on which one of these I go with first?
No.
Got any favorites? Okay. I haven't read them, so we're entering the Situation Room blind, as we always do. All right, this one comes in from a supporter of the show, a patron, named Toilet Exploding Poops. That is their name. That is their name, and I respect that.
It's a great name.
You are in a department store trying on a new coat that you may purchase. While trying on the new coat, you realize a different customer has now tried on your original coat that you set on the rack next to the other coats and is looking in the mirror to see if it fits. What is your next move?
Oh, you
my
got to
goodness.
talk it up, man. You got to tell that person how good they look in that thing. I want to build it up. That's my go-to is as soon as I see this, it's hysterical to me. I'm having a good time. I can't believe someone's trying on my coat. I want to be like,
God.
that looks good. That is perfect for you.
What's your end game, though?
Oh, my end game is letting them know, yeah, that's my coat. You can't have it. I mean, I just want to build them up and have them fall in love with this coat because, hey, at the end, maybe they're like, I'll give you $100 for that coat. It makes me look so good.
I thought you were doing a con man sales job here. Whatever the price of the coat, the new coat, you're trying to double that so you can buy
get a
it
new
for half.
But how do you get your cell phone back out of the pocket?
Ooh. Cell phone in the coat pocket, huh? I'm a pants man myself.
What makes me smile is knowing that, I mean, you don't come up with this situation unless you've been in this situation. Like
This is very bizarre.
A coat you take off. I mean, I guess a coat you don't go into a changing room. You just try it on, right?
What if the person that's trying it on is just some really sweaty, overweight, stinky, just looks like came right in off the street from the construction job and is now trying on your wool-lined inside coat. At what point do you not want the coat back?
Yeah, then you say, could you please just give me what's in the pockets? That's yours now.
Enjoy your coat, sir.
See, here's the thing. We're in Arizona. We don't have a lot of coats. But
No.
I wonder
What is a coat, by the way?
yeah, what's the difference between a coat and a jacket? That's what I would like to know.
Oh, wow. How
like
would you
li-
define that? That's a great
liner?
question.
A jacket
temperature?
seems like something that is under $50. A coat seems like this is a little bit fancier. I don't know that is the real baseline differentiator.
The Burlington Coat Factory.
Wait, there's
It's
something
not
called
the
a coat
Burlington.
jacket too, right?
Oh, no.
Oh no! What is
That's
this?
right in the middle.
Exactly $50. The coat jacket is on the money, tax included. It's $50.
It's just a coat or a jacket, sir.
But-
It's a coat
So
jacket.
that's a coat jacket. I'm surprised you didn't know that.
But I don't have any like, oh, this is my coat. This is my favorite coat. This is the like. I don't own.
I feel like
that.
if I lived back east, I'd have a favorite coat.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're trying on these coats, that must have been your favorite coat that this other human is now wearing. Now, what if this other person, they're not super sweaty, they're not disgusting, they just like it, and so they walk up to the front lanes. They leave wearing your coat. Do you track them down?
You're talking about a coat thief.
I mean, they're not.
They didn't pay for it. They
thief.
didn't. I think they're trying. If they didn't try to pay
they're going
for
to the register. They're going to the register, but they have left. Do you? I mean, is there a situation where you would just let them?
I think in that situation, if they're going to the register, they're trying to pay for it, which means I'm just going to watch this Target employee try to find the price on this coat for a while. That's what I'm going to.
Popcorn.
Yeah, I think I'll enjoy it.
And then they just type in $39.99.
Oh no! Dang it!
And they paid for your coat.
Yeah, haven't you ever gotten that? They're like, "What?
How much was it?"
I've been asked that before.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know,
$8,
$7.99. They're like, okay. And you're like, crap. Would you have believed me if I had said $3.99?
That's when you give them the number and it's accidentally more than what it really costs in the store, and you're like, dang it.
Okay, so this person checks out successfully with your coat.
Yeah.
What do you do then? I've paid for it, sir.
It's gone.
You go. You shake their hand and you say, "You win." You just say, "You win," and walk away coatless.
Oh man, and that's expensive too because they said this was a coat.
Oh, that's true. Over $50. John Luke from Patreon. You three have been commissioned to run the world's first Inconvenience Store.
Oh, finally.
What kinds of products do you sell?
Oh, I sell full gallon milks that expire tomorrow.
Okay.
That's number one on. That's number one on my list.
Don't you sell 2-gallon milks that expire tomorrow?
As big as I can find it.
As big as you can get.
I can tell you, everything is wrapped in those plastic cases where it is physically impossible to get in unless you have an industrial grade knife to cut in.
That is 100%. And the reality is, most of the time when you're opening that package, you end up with a scar.
Yeah,
it just happens every time.
All items have to be bagged like produce with those little pull-off bags that come in the produce section where you can't get them apart from each other. Then you have to wrap them up.
But when
we do not have twisty ties. We do not supply them.
When you get to the register, there are no bags. We do not provide paper or plastic. You wish here. Load it up into your not cart, okay? Because we don't have carts either.
Yeah. No, you have a basket. You have baskets, but they're very tiny.
Yes, small baskets.
Really, really small baskets. Oh my goodness.
Or we do have some bags that we can load up, but they've got the breakaway handles.
Yeah.
These are going down for sure. Now, what about the layout? Is there anything we can do? Are the registers at the back of the store? Yeah,
you could put the register in the back or separate it. 3 registers to the far back left, 3 registers to the far back right.
Oh, do that like department stores do. I hate that.
Oh, where you can never figure out where you can really
I'm supposed to buy things because it's like there's they're doing that on purpose. It's so weird.
Self-service raw meat counter. Obviously, we don't hire for that. You do it yourself.
You're the butcher.
You're the butcher's the name of the store.
That's what the name of the store is. You're the butcher. You come in. We've got some dull knives for you to use.
Yeah,
and some meat that's out.
Yeah, it's a community meat pile, and so just not the most sanitary.
No.
All right, Michael from the website. You walk outside. New situation, guys. You got to reset from You're the Butcher. Michael from the website. You walk outside and determine that 2 animals are dying. You only have time to save one. Would you rather give CPR to the walrus or the Heimlich maneuver to the porcupine?
Oh my goodness!
What? How does one Heimlich a porcupine?
Well, that is the situation you're in, Mike.
I mean, what's the downside of the CPR to the walrus? It's just that they're big and
I mean, that's a big mouth, man.
They've got giant tusks that you're putting your face right in front of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, but they're incapacitated. The walrus is.
Is there a worse animal to give CPR to, like a snake?
Than a walrus?
Oh, that just gave me the heebie-jeebies.
You've never resuscitated a snake before?
Not yet. I don't want to. I mean, that is.
I feel like if
I'm not afraid of snakes, but
a snake. It's and you exhale into their mouth. They like just straighten out like you're blowing up a balloon animal.
Yeah, they
or
do.
explode
That's
if you've
factual.
got great lungs.
All right, here's the problem with the walrus.
I
Okay,
killed it.
the Heimlich maneuver to the porcupine, you know what the outcome is. It's not
Yes,
great.
you do.
But the walrus, they've got really big lungs. So this CPR is at least an hour. You're doing this for a long time.
Okay.
I can Heimlich this porcupine without putting the porcupine's back on my chest. I feel like you ever watch Dumb and Dumber, the legs into the belly maneuver. That's not technically going to work, but I feel like if I put this porcupine if I put the porcupine on its back and I use my hands to really get in there and Heimlich it out, does that not count?
Well, it's not the Heimlich.
Yeah, that's true. The Heimlich is from behind. You put your arms around the front, and then
I think the Heimlich is for humans, though, so it's always not a Heimlich.
Well,
CPR is for. If CPR works on a walrus, you can Heimlich a porcupine.
that's what I'm saying.
This is just easy science.
But how can you possibly pick the porcupine?
I don't
How can
know.
you possibly
It doesn't.
pick?
It's not going to kill you, right? Has anybody ever died from a porcupine impalement injury?
I'm on it.
I mean, because I feel like yes, you've got. It's like falling. It's like, would you rather give? Let me ask you this way: CPR to a walrus for an hour, or fall on top of a cactus?
Yeah, that sounds terrible. I'm not falling on the cactus.
But the CPR is going to be gross,
yeah, but I have
Take
saved
gross
a
over
walrus
and he
life.
might bite your face off.
Well,
when-
yeah,
But I guess he's unconscious. An unconscious walrus.
you ever seen a walrus full of gratitude?
I
They're-
have not.
They're very huggy.
Friendly.
Yeah.
Jason is still efforting this. Has anybody
Well,
died of a porcupine injury?
Porcupine quills can kill. That's from the Smithsonian, so I assume that this
Really?
is about humans. I also saw a headline: "When lions attack porcupines, humans suffer."
I just saw a headline: "Lion kills porcupine but is quilled to death."
Ooh. Yeah, I'm not doing CPR. If that thing could kill a lion, it could kill me for sure.
I guess I'm kissing a walrus.
Yep.
Okay.
Come here, Andy Reid.
The Spitballers Draft.
All right, today on the Spitballers, we are drafting the best animated movies. Now, here are the rules, gentlemen. 4 picks, 1 Pixar, 1 DreamWorks, 1 Disney, and then 1 flex option. So you can pick anything you want in that flex option, but you have to have at least 1 Pixar, 1 DreamWorks, 1 Disney. This is a lot of movies to choose from.
There are a lot.
And Mike, because he scattered his way into our hearts to start the show, he gets to kick off this draft. Yes, today's episode sponsored by Sprite.
I can't wait to take a Goofy movie.
Hey, look, it's all yours if you want it. I mean, we know how the pollsters feel about a Goofy movie. It's not very strong.
Yeah, they did not work out for you. Mike has the first pick, so I'm curious which one he's going to take, because when we have these slotted in spots where you have to have one of each kind, there's some strategy.
There is absolutely some gamesmanship.
But the flex spot, the wild card, that mixes it up, because now you're worried that somebody's going to take yours.
It does. 1 Pixar, 1 DreamWorks, 1 Disney, and 1 Flex. And I am nervous about the Flex. I don't know why Jason's shaking his head.
I'm shaking my head because
There's infinite cartoons and animated movies, man. There's no way I am taking the one that you want.
All right.
If I am, then congratulations, you have picked the best movie. But I am going to take my Flex pick with my first pick, because this is truly the one animated movie. If I didn't get it in this draft, I would be very upset, because it's the best animated feature that's been created. It is recent, but I'm going to take Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. It is, and that's how I know it wasn't for you, Jason, because you didn't really care for it.
Oh, I loved it. Are you kidding me?
I thought you had a problem with the end.
Oh, I did think the end got a little out of control with the animation, but I've seen the movie like 5 times. Into
the Spider-Verse, I went into that movie. I didn't know much. That was actually, I think it came out streaming on my birthday, and we didn't see it in the theaters. And it was like, okay, well, it's my birthday. We're watching this, and I was blown away. The animation is unbelievable. It is hilarious. It is great for kids. It is great for adults. It is a masterpiece that they created.
Okay, that was on my list as a wild card choice. So I'm surprised it went so soon. Now,
I had no choice.
I'm not confused here. Your wild card can be another of the other categories. Okay.
Yes, it is. I believe
I just wanted to make sure that we didn't have a separate category. Okay, it was. Yeah. All right, so Jason, you're up. Mike has Spider-Man. Wow, number 1 overall.
I assumed that he would be taking the largest powerhouse that has ever been made in animated movies. It's Toy Story, Pixar's flagship, the creation of computer animation.
It's fine.
Not only is it fine, the movie is
fine.
Awesome. It's iconic more than anything else out there. I can't think of any animated movie that is more iconic than Toy Story. So I will take Toy Story. And
yeah, I mean, it's so iconic. They turned it into its own land in one of the Disney parks. Oh wait, that wasn't Toy Story.
Would you like to say anything?
It's not Spider-Man land either.
No, I'm just saying for Pixar movies that one of them turned into a full land. You were just calling it the most iconic, so I was stepping in.
Are you trying to say that it bugs?
Do you not know it's Cars Land, man?
Oh, Cars Land. Oh, yeah, okay. But we're talking about the movies, right? Or are we talking about Disney parks? Now, tell me this. How many rides are there for Cars and how many rides are there for Toy Story? Because Toy Story's going to win that one.
Cars Land. Well, now we're in it. But so Cars Land is what, 3 rides?
I think there's 3 3 Toy Stories as well, right?
Nice one.
All right.
Anyway, all right,
Andy, it's to you.
All right. I thought, I mean, Toy Story makes sense. I would have liked it to slip through. I didn't expect it to. I thought that would be the 101 before Spider-Man was picked. I'm going to take my Disney. I'm going to take The Lion King with my first of my 2 picks here. And then I've got to pivot to another. I guess I could take another Disney as a flex, but I'm not going to. I'm actually going to take WALL-E. I'm going to take WALL-E from Pixar.
All right. I like it.
Much beloved. So Lion King and WALL-E for my first 2.
The iconic WALL-E.
Yes. All right. So that's back to me now?
That is correct.
All right. Got to play the strategy game here.
Yes, you do.
Try to think, what is Mike going to go with? I'm so tempted now to go Cars as my flex. Just
based
so
on
that
the
I lock
theme
up
park,
the Disneyland theme park in its entirety. The problem is I'm not sure that that's my favorite Pixar movie left. Oh, brother, I'm tilting already. All right, I'm gonna go DreamWorks here.
All right,
because while I think there are 3 great options for DreamWorks, I mean, just there's no wrong ways to go there. I don't think I'm going to take what you want, Andy. I'm going to take what I want. It's awesome. The movies were fantastic. I love How to Train Your Dragon.
Yeah, I don't like that this has happened.
And so I
almost took it over WALL-E, and I'm devastated. I thought it would slip back through to me. They're my favorite animated movies.
It was not making it through 4 picks, my man.
Yeah, they're my favorite animated movies of any
How do you not take it?
It's
because you're playing the guessing game. I didn't realize you guys liked them so much. Can we restart?
Honestly, I was surprised that I said I wasn't taking Andy's, but apparently I was.
You were absolutely. That's my favorite.
They're great.
The last one too, Hidden World. Oh, unbelievable.
All right, so I am up.
This draft sucks.
I am up. I have already taken my flex, so I need to follow the rules of the draft.
That's right, Mike. Follow the rules.
Let's see.
Your favorite thing to do.
So, oh man, and it's tough because you both could still take a Pixar movie for your flex. I'm in a bit of a pickle
having
over
the
here.
flex in there, this is a good idea. It took us 117 episodes to figure the flex out, but it keeps us on our toes. Very nice, Al. You finally did something good.
Hey, thanks.
Man.
That was actually a really nice compliment you gave Andy.
Thank you. My compliment. I wanted to be praised for it. It wasn't really about Al.
No, this is about you.
Yeah.
All right. I will start with my first pick here. I'm going to go into the DreamWorks world. I will take what I believe is the second best franchise from DreamWorks. There is another one that people are probably screaming for, but
Oh, I know where you're going right now, Mike. I can fill it in for
you might call it. But I will take Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
It is a sensational round of movies. The television show, even though it's not Jack Black, is actually still it's
Pretty
still
solid?
watchable. Yeah, it's absolutely watchable. So I'm happy with that. I would have been much happier had I gotten the How to Train Your Dragon. All right, so
That's amazing. We all love that the most.
Because we're dudes and we like dragons.
Yeah.
They were
The
awesome
the
movies.
music is
We are
so
nerds.
good. The music in those movies is the best.
All right, so I'm down to Disney. I'm down to Pixar. I feel like on Disney there's like at least 5 to 10 that could easily be drafted here. So I'm going to look over at Pixar. Toy Story would have been my top choice for if I was going with Pixar. I was
Are
just
we
giving you
going to
crap.
leave this draft without you taking a Goofy movie?
I'm taking a Pixar movie here, my man,
All right.
because I know I could take Goofy movie with my last pick.
I didn't know if you had pivoted off.
No.
Because the polls were so
Oh no,
decisive.
Look, I'm a man. I'm a man of my own heart, man of the people. I will do what I have to do. I'm going to take Coco here. It's just I don't know if it is actually my favorite Pixar movie, because when you're asked that question, it's a very difficult one to answer. But it's probably the one I've seen the most, and it's the one that I can still sit down and I'm like, oh, Coco, we should watch that.
Okay. So what's your full roster now?
So far, I have Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, Kung Fu Panda, and Coco.
I knew Kung Fu Panda was 100% going to be your pick.
Had to
there.
lock it in.
And Coco, you've spoken highly of multiple times.
It's fantastic.
So this is a dream team for you, I would say.
Well,
Even though
we're doing all right. I would have. I mean, if it was just like me picking 1, 2, 3, 4, it would be How to Train Your Dragon and Toy Story. But
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I am building my dream team, Andy. You spoke too soon. I have the 101 of all 3 categories. I've got my 101 on Pixar Toy Story, my 101 on DreamWorks with How to Train Your Dragon. I'm going Disney with my 101. It's Aladdin. Aladdin was the movie growing up. You know, that's
all right.
My children have done the play. It's got a new remake. I love everything about Aladdin.
It's in my list of 3.
I wouldn't put having a remake down as one of the top features of a movie, though.
Well, I'm just saying
I mean,
it's modern.
they've remade a lot of
I'm
movies. I'm
saying
just saying, like, it has a remake, is what you said.
It's modern and it's a throwback.
Okay.
I cannot believe we have all fallen hook, line, and sinker to Disney. We're letting them get away with this.
Yes, which is
yeah.
just...
And
They're
I
like,
love it.
Man, what do we do? What if we just remake every movie that we have ever made that was successful? And we will take the money made and multiply it by 30. And we're all like, oh, yeah, I will.
Sign
I will
me
see
up.
that.
I will be there the moment it comes out. Are you kidding
And now
me?
there's just anticipation for the next one that they remake.
Yeah,
What
and
is
they're
next?
all happening,
Oh,
man.
yeah. Little Mermaid? Come
Yeah,
on, man.
101
Oh, is that happening?
Dalmatians.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
right. Oh, gosh. All right. So, Jason, your team with your...
My team is the 101 Toy Story, the 101 How to Train Your Dragon, and the 101 Aladdin.
Okay, and right now I have Lion King and WALL-E, and I have to make my last 2 picks.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to choose a DreamWorks movie.
Which means
I
I
have
a
to
giant that is out there. Just so you know, don't get it wrong.
Well, Mike, I don't know what you're talking about. So I have to take... I'm going to take my wild card with the 3rd pick, which is another Pixar movie, and now I'm starting to tilt.
Yes! Yes!
To a movie.
Crap. I'm going to take Finding Nemo with the 3rd pick.
Okay. All right.
So I think that movie, just above the other one I was thinking about from Pixar. Obviously, there are a lot of them. So I'm going to go Finding Nemo, and then I have to close it out with the DreamWorks. And my number 1, DreamWorks, was How to Train Your Dragon. And my number 2 is Kung Fu Panda, which means my number 3 is, and was, especially the first movie, was outstanding. Had the comedy that hits the kids and the adults. I see Mike grimacing, but I still enjoyed the movie quite a bit. So we're talking about Shrek.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
I don't know why you don't like it so much, Mike, but I don't care.
I don't know, man. I went back. I just watched it again, and it was just, I don't know. It didn't stand the test of time. I liked it back when I was a kid.
It's because they don't have a live action remake, isn't it?
It's probably
It's pretty embarrassing.
Get Mike Myers in a giant green suit, please.
Oh gosh. All right.
Actually,
so I have
the Broadway musical is fantastic.
Lion King, Wall-E, Finding Nemo, and Shrek. Okay. All right.
Oh man, this
Jason, you have
stinks.
one more 101 you got to
This stinks,
slide in
but
here.
there's not another 101. The 101 flex is not there for you.
It is there, but the problem is there's too many great ones. I was hoping you guys did better, so I don't have to choose
Oh my
between all these
gosh.
great movies and try to I mean, it's not fair to me. But man, they're so good. I can't believe these are undrafted.
You're on your. What are you on?
I'm on my
to?
list. I got my flex. I could take any movie I want
All right.
that's out there. Because I'm not last, I'm not going to say these two movies that I can't believe aren't drafted right now, but I'm going to go with a movie Andy hasn't seen that blew Mike and I's mind because it's one of the best animated movies
Yeah, there you go.
of all
Excellent pick.
time, even though I thought the actual animation was so stupid when it first came out, but now I love it. Despicable Me.
Yeah,
It is phenomenal.
yeah,
and I'm
that's
taking
a good
them.
one.
I'm taking that over a couple of just giant brand powerhouses because Despicable Me it's just too good. Go
Yeah.
watch it, Andy.
Yeah, I'm in on that. It deserves to be drafted. There's a lot of them. All right, so my Disney one, I'm going to shock everybody here.
By not taking a
I
Disney
am
movie.
taking my Disney pick, my final pick. I'm closing out my draft. A small little movie, kind of came out to little fanfare. It has grown into a cult classic. I will take a Goofy movie.
I knew that was coming. All right. I feel like Mike genuinely drafted a roster of animated films here that he could watch these four in sequence forever, for
Yes.
all eternity.
Yes, 100% I could.
And Jason, you've got a nice team.
Yes, I do.
I mean, Despicable Me was your real weakness there because it never really demanded me to watch it. Like, obviously, had it been good enough, I would have seen it. You know what I mean?
That's not DreamWorks, though. Is Illumination part of DreamWorks? Or is
I
that
d-
like their own thing?
I do not.
My own thing.
I don't know the answer to that.
Thing.
Oh, but the DreamWorks movie, Andy, you should have taken is Captain Underpants. Captain Underpants is freaking
It's a good.
great,
My
man.
kids watched way too much of that. Yeah.
I have
Oh,
not
my
seen it.
my kids watched it, enjoyed it too much, so it was terrible.
No, I
Um,
just didn't. I didn't. It wasn't as refined as something like Shrek.
I'm surprised. I'm surprised that Monsters Inc. didn't go in the Toy Story.
What?
Really?
Monsters Inc. was
See, Up was the one I
Phenomenal.
passed on. When I passed on Up for Finding Nemo, that was a battle of the heart.
And then really what I was deciding between when it came to Despicable Me is Moana. Moana is
Yeah, that was the one that my
So-
Disney was.
good.
Would you
And,
take Moana over Mulan?
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
All right.
Moana is. If I hadn't taken Goofy movie, it would have been Moana. I could watch Moana on repeat.
I know you
It's a
don't.
perfect movie.
I don't. It's a great movie. I know you don't watch movies, Al. But is there any omissions that we should know about from your list?
No, I don't think so. I don't know. I wasn't
I've
giving
never
it a lot
seen
of
a
thought.
movie.
Okay, let's figure out what we learned today.
What did we learn today?
Oh, I know what I learned.
What'd you learn, Mike?
I learned the difference between a jacket and a coat.
Oh,
$50.
$50.
I learned that you don't want to be your own butcher. It's very inconvenient.
A lot of E. coli.
I learned that one of the foundations to being a good movie is that there was a remake made of it later on.
That is true.
Yeah.
All right, that is it for this episode of the Spitballers podcast. Thank you for supporting the show. Your reviews, they mean a lot to Jason in particular. So
Please
keep them coming. See you
See
later.
you later.
everyone.
Goodbye.
Thanks for listening to the Spitballers podcast. To see what other nonsense the guys are up to, check out SpitballersPod.com.